Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to be talking about today are two different things, okay? And the first thing is a happy thing, and I hope you're ready to smile. You want to see something extremely amazing? A beautiful video has been released of a young dad in Brazil speaking to his baby at 32 weeks of development that's still in the womb. The baby starts smiling when he or she hears her dad's voice. Watch, it's the cutest thing ever.
Nenê do pai. Mas, meu Deus do céu, gente. Ela tá feliz, meu Deus do céu. Bebê. Mas, gente do céu. Nenê do pai. Mas, meu Deus do céu, gente.
Okay, now that we've got our smiles for the day, I'm going to touch base once again and go on into more detail on what Harris wants to do on day one with trying to control grocery store prices, because I'm not sure if everyone heard me and I'm not sure if everyone understood what I was saying. So here goes. The government announces that grocery retailers are not allowed to raise prices. So grocery stores, they operate on like a 1 or 2% net margin. They can't survive if their suppliers raise prices. So the government announces that food producers Kraft, Tyson, Hormel, yada yada, also are not allowed to raise their prices. Not all grocery stores are created equal. Okay, you know how, all right, you've got Save-A-Lot. Okay, what was that? Binks, knock it off. You've got Save-A-Lot. Okay, and then you've got your higher end store, like you've got Publix. Okay, no one can afford to shop at Publix. I don't care who you are. Stores in, say, a lower income area, they make less money than those in higher income areas. And this is as the former disproportionately sell lower margin prepackaged foods, which are in the center of the store, okay, in your aisles, instead of the higher margin fresh products like meats, veg, fruit, which are on the perimeter of the store, because stores in lower income areas are not able to cover their overhead. Now remember, even if their wholesale costs are fixed, their labor, utilities, insurance, and other operating expenses are not fixed as of yet. So grocery chains start to shut them down. And like I said before, food deserts will arise in rural areas, in low-income urban areas alike, and they become worse and worse and worse. Meanwhile, margins for food producers are quickly eroding. Primary costs, ingredients, energy, labor are not fixed, and their shrinking gross profits leave less cash flow available to cover the overhead, maintain facilities like the buildings in which the grocery stores inhabit, and reinvest in additional production capacity. Grocery store chains, which have finite shelf space, start to repurpose their stores. They don't have to shut down, I should say, but they will start to sell more non-price controlled items. Everything from vitamins to kitchenware to apparel. they will become the Walmarts that were before the super centers opened, if you remember what those were like. And then there's going to be less price controlled food products. Your local Kroger and Safeway and Heb start to look and feel more like I said, Walmart before the super center. Okay. Food producers will stop making products with lower margins. Grocery chains will start competing with each other to secure their inventory. And since they cannot compete by offering stronger prices, remember, producers are not allowed to raise their prices here. And even if they could, grocery stores no longer have the gross profit to bear price increases, so they compete on things like payment terms. All right. So then you have these small grocery store chains, they start to shut down entirely. Okay, like your Save-A-Lots, like your, I don't know if Aldi would be included in that, because they don't even get their products from the United States, they get their products from Germany. So I would say your Save-A-Lot, I would say your discount grocery stores, and the like. Okay, they would get sold to larger chains like Kroger. Okay, like when Dixie was just bought out by Kroger. Okay, then you would have your ShopRites, then you would have your Publix, and then you would have your Target supermarkets, your Walmart supermarket, you know what I'm saying? Your bigger guys. So in addition to not being able to cover the fixed costs, a major reason for this is because they can no longer reliably secure delivery of products. And due to producers prioritizing sales to larger customers, which are able to leverage their stronger balance sheets to offer superior payment terms. So then here we have smaller food producers, which typically sell via distributors rather than directly to the grocery store chains. They start to go out of business because these producers have an additional step to their value chains. Value chains meaning like Save-A-Lot and stuff like that. And because they have their lower volumes, which to spread their fixed costs, their cost structure is inherently disadvantaged compared to major food producers. Now, when grocery stores are not able to raise their prices, cutting product costs become all the more important, and deprioritizing purchases from smaller producers is an easy way to be able to do so. So as supply chains start to break down more and more and more, lines start to form outside the grocery stores every single morning. Cities assign police officers to patrol store parking lots, and food producers draft contingency plans to assign armed escorts for delivery trucks. Then you have the federal government, and they announce a program to issue block grants for states to purchase and operate shuttered grocery stores. The USDA also will close down production facilities. The government then announces that prices for all key food costs, corn, wheat, cattle, energy, etc., 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 are now fixed to stop profiteers from gouging the now government-operated food industry. Now, shockingly, the government struggles to operate one of the most complex industries on the planet. The entire food supply chain starts to implode. Communism, Mass starvation, the end of America quickly ensues. Hello, Venezuela 2.0. Okay? This is the message that I tried to get across in my other video, but I didn't want to make it too long. But I felt like I had to go into more detail to make people understand more about what's really going to come if this woman gets selected. Okay? And then when I spoke about in the other video, if you remember the thumbnail with the 2 boxing gloves like this, okay? That is all going to depend on who else gets selected, okay? It's going to be mass hysteria. Regardless, okay, if he gets in, all hell's going to break loose. If she gets in, all hell is going to break loose. Okay, so that's why I said we have now what, 80 days, 79 days. So that means we have about 70 days to get our shite in order, get our houses in order, get our pantry stocked and up and ready to go. Because we don't know, and I'm not declaring that I do know. I'm just going by my gut feeling and what we went through in 2020 and saying, well, damn. None of us were prepared for that. So I learned my lesson, and I'm going to prepare this time. I'm already prepared, but I'm going to amp my stuff up now. So if you have a big box store, if you don't belong to a big box store, see if you can piggyback onto somebody who goes to a big box store. And, you know, just please don't go crazy on the toilet paper, you know, but get your cleaning supplies, you know, at least, you know, have a nice supply of cleaning supplies, you know, because I always have a nice supply of cleaning supplies, but that's just me. I have OCD. But, you know, make sure your pantries are stocked in all aspects, and I'm talking food, cleaning supplies, HBA or health and beauty aid products, like, you know, your shampoo, your conditioner, your body wash, and this, that, and the other, your female products, your men products, and stuff like that. If you have pets, make sure that they are good to go, okay? Your dog food, your cat litter, your dog treats, your cat treats, okay? And things of the like. I'm not going to get into the health stuff because I don't need a medical misinformation strike against my ass, okay? But you guys get the gist, alright? So, as we get closer and closer, and we start to see more shiznit come out, I will be talking about it, but you know that I will have to speak in CODE because of the YT gods, okay? So I will see you guys in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fear less. Ciao.